We have a chilling video confession tonight from Trey Sesler, the young Montgomery County man who killed his family.
In the video, he admits killing his mom, his dad, and his brother, but investigators say he planned on killing many more. For the first time, you'll see Sesler talking about what he did and the notes he wrote begging for forgiveness. Brad Woodard has a story you'll see only on KHOU 11 News.
On the outskirts of Waller, 3 lonely graves with temporary markers serve as permanent reminders of the town's worst day ever.
911, where's your emergency?
A first call for help as a family's disaster was unfolding.
I don't know if somebody around has just started shooting for no reason.
And what the people who live here don't realize, at least not until now, is just how much worse it could have been.
It's one of those things you just can't get an answer in your head. Why?
Because it's only in the head of this man, Trey Sesler.
So Trey, how you doing? All right. Right here. I don't know if you've met Ranger Taylor. This is Brian Taylor.
And for the first time ever, you're about to hear the 23-year-old confess to Texas Rangers how he killed his parents and older brother in cold blood.
The thing about my family is I would protect them with my life, but at the same time, if anyone was going to hurt them, it was going to be me.
It happened in the early morning hours of March 19th, and Sesler had been drinking heavily.
He calls his mother out to the garage where he murders her first.
And I fire about 4 times. And I don't know where she gets hit, but I know it's somewhere in the torso area. And she falls like a ton of bricks.
Trey realizes that he's vested. He's gone too far to come back in his logic.
After I did that, it was like, well, I'm already committed, really. Can't really go to my brother and my dad and be like, yeah, I just killed our mom.
So he goes ahead and he shoots his brother.
And my brother's lying there in this big pile of blood. It's terrible. It's just a bad sight. And I was like, okay. I guess I've got him.
The gunshots inside the house itself awake his father, who had been sleeping in a bedroom.
And he kind of gets up half asleep, you know, he's like, oh, he doesn't know what's going on. So I run in there, I shoot at him a couple times.
And then he returns and basically does, for lack of a better term, mercy shots to make sure all 3 of his family members are dead.
I don't want anyone to be suffering, laying on the floor for hours, moaning and groaning.
He didn't just kill him, okay? He massacred him. He tore up the house that he grew up in.
Sesler flew into a rage, killing every living thing in the house, including the family pets, and then began scribbling messages asking for forgiveness.
And he wrote on there, I will never forgive myself. I don't know why I did this. God help me.
Items now kept in a specially built storage unit to house evidence from the case.
And what is this?
This is a door that was taken off of a cabinet. I will never forgive my state of mind.
They were the first immediate human targets in my sight. And if I was going to go out and do anything, they would have to go.
That's what he said. He said to spare his family from what he was about to do. Yeah.
It's hard to fathom what he was about to do.
You see, Sesler had a plan. Not even a block from his family's home is Waller Junior High School. And just hours after the killings, he found himself in the parking lot, armed with an assault rifle and more than 100 rounds.
And I'm like, there's my opportunity. Go ahead, go get him.
So his objective was to kill as many people as possible?
Yes, I think that he said his goal was to kill 70, at least 70.
Right after I had killed the family, it was on my mind to do that.
Sesler had other things on his mind. A Columbine-style shooting at Waller High School's homecoming game among them.
I was thinking, well, you know, I could creep across the field and open up on the home stands and probably cause more mayhem with people trying to get away.
And listen to Sesler's response when the Texas Rangers asked him how often he thought about it.
I don't think a period of 2 or 3 days ever went by that I didn't think about some sort of a violent act.
The scary thing about this is Trey could be any kid in suburban Houston.
This one kind of gets to you, doesn't it?
For sure it does, because there's so many questions I still don't have answered. Whoa.
Among them, why didn't Trey Sesler follow through with his plan?
I don't know, maybe it was just what happened was too real.
Unlike the fantasy world in which he apparently lived. Sesler pleaded guilty to capital murder and to serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. He has also waived his rights to any appeal. In fact, he stated that he wants to be behind bars. It seems that he feels relieved by that in some fashion.
This is so sad and disturbing and bizarre on so many different levels. It really is. Is there something that really stands out in this confession more than anything else?
Well, the portion I saw was about an hour and a half long, and what really stands out is just how detached he remains throughout. Very matter of fact about this whole ordeal. He also seems to have a morbid curiosity with how his family members died. He would ask the Rangers about autopsy results and wanted to know which shots were the fatal shots, that kind of thing. And if people want to weigh in on this, we're going to have a live discussion on our Facebook page starting in just a few minutes.
All right. Chilling, disturbing confession.
Absolutely.
Brett, thanks.
Thank you.
Still to come.